Hey, what's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5X. So today's video, guys, we're going to be going over pretty much if the twins are worth duping out or not here. This is a huge thing, whether dupe heavy or not, and I've been getting this question quite a lot. There's been a couple of you guys who've been asking like, hey, I only got A0 or R0, should I go for the A1? There's been people who have been asking, hey, should I go for A1 or like not even get the 5-star weapon? And a lot of people have questioned if the A1 is really that good or not. So I'm gonna be trying to answer all these questions as per usual here. So if you guys really do enjoy this, be sure to let me know. And then of course, as per usual, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot there. And before we get straight into it, hopefully you guys do pay attention to this, because this really means a lot to me and it's very important to the channel, as well as how I at least will be able to upgrade a lot of my equipment. So please do pay attention to this. Before we continue with the video, be sure to support my channel by clicking the link in the description and starting a new Raid Shadow Legends account. You'll also get $200 worth of free goodies, a legendary champion, as well as 4 awesome epics as you level up. Make sure to use the code Desert Queen as well to get another legendary if you want to, and this helps out not only just me but the channel a lot. So be sure to click that link and join me in Raid now. All right, so after you guys saw that, you kind of understand what I'm going to be talking about, and that is the Raid Shadow Legends collab. Now, this is a huge deal for me. You guys already know I've been doing this collaboration for a few weeks now, and the thing I gotta say is over the time I've been enjoying the game more and more. Now, granted, I have been paywalled with a couple things in front of my face, which make me kind of hate that, but it's just part of the gacha scene or part of the gaming scene on mobile games that can happen. But the one thing I want to tell you guys is, first of all, please do try to support that link. It does help me out a lot here, especially with the channel and for future projects. They are going to be helping me fund for a PC. So if you guys could just take out a little bit of time, press the link there, download it, play it for like 5-10 minutes. You don't like it, you just delete it. It doesn't matter. It's not meant for everybody, but it does help out the channel a lot. So if you guys can check that out and support, it'll mean a lot to me. So thank you guys on that, but let's get to the video. So the first thing I got to say about the twins is these characters are exceptionally good. I've been enjoying myself with using them both on global and TW. Of course, on my global, you guys saw my freaking pools. I got shafted, so I like to show off a little bit on my freaking TW pools, or at least Justine Caroline, because why the flip not? Just kidding. No, I'm not gonna do you guys like that. It's just a better way to show off the duping scenes, since I actually did decide to dupe them a little bit on my TW. The one thing I do have to say about these characters is they are pretty okay or mediocre at A0, but where they start to shine the most is going to be like when you go ahead and dupe these guys, which is why I had to make the video. A lot of you guys have been saying, is it really worth going for the dupe? Should I do it? And honestly, for both freaking, I want to say for both clients, TW, CN, and KR, pulling them and getting them their dupe is actually worth it over there, especially for like 2 classes that they're gonna go into. I'll talk more about that later. And then on global, pulling them and getting at least 1 dupe is definitely amazing over here, because there's so many different pros and cons that happen with it. Now, I'm not saying that these characters are exceptionally well on both versions. Obviously on TW, KR, and CN, they've already been buffed a little bit and they are still kind of slack offish to an extent, but on global, they're still exceptionally good, and there's a bunch of reasons for this. So I'm gonna have this video in a ton of ways, or at least in a split way. Is global audience, I'm talking about you guys first on what you should do, especially when it does come down to duping and the reasons why. And then later on in the video, TW, KR, CN audience, I'll talk about you guys and see exactly what you should do. So first things first, you're a global player, right? You come into the game, or either you've been playing the game for a while, Justine Caroline's out, and you pulled them once. Should you stop there or should you not stop there? As a TLDR, I would say no. Get their A1 and then you can go ahead and stop. And this is before you even get their weapon, because their weapon is just not necessary. I went over in a build guide yesterday. Be sure to check that out as well. But I want to say, to be honest, before anything, try to get the A1. This is not many times where I will immediately recommend an A1 over a 5-star weapon. This is one of the few times that I will do so. And we're going to look more at this inside of lefel.net here, where they recently did a tier list with the jocks here. And as on global, you can immediately see these characters, if they are A1 in specific areas, are exceptionally better than what we thought they would be. By seeing them at A1, their T0 and support their T2, and of course debuffing, which is kind of expected. What's it called? T0.5 in defense and T0 in healing. The rest of their areas is very, very low. As you can see, they're not even on the list. If I'm right, I think they're actually, yeah, they're not even on the list for the other ones because it's just not worth mentioning. So usually the ones that you're going to use the most is going to be support, debuffer, defender, and healer. Now, all of these are exceptionally well inside of the global version. And that's mainly just because with their A1, not only does it make their rotation a lot easier to go ahead and perform, but it also makes them pretty much way more buffed than they normally would be. If a lot of you guys don't know exactly what the A1 does, and of course I don't expect you guys to be able to read this, I'm just using it for mainly the poses here. But with the A1 here, they're pretty much making it so they can end up using their skill 3 a little bit earlier, and this is whenever they do have 2 facade masks. This is actually going to be really, really helpful because then instead of you having to proc this skill 3 yourself and wasting a skill rotation, immediately they're going to proc it at the beginning of the round, and then you can just go ahead and do skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, skill 1, skill 2, and just everything else. Whenever they need to use a skill 3, they're going to proc it by themselves, and to make a lot of your effects that you're getting from your skill 3 a lot easier, and pretty much allow you, if you're ever trying to like get that extra damage off, instead of you having to proc it yourself, they will proc it for you, which makes a huge difference inside of their gameplay. Now, this is a huge thing that we see on global automatically. Heck, even DPS wise, they're okay on global right now, but granted, that's because I think Almighty has a weird thing going on in SOS, so I mean, like, I'm not going to count that fully. But the characters themselves, just by getting this A1, it actually makes a lot of your time easier. It makes a lot of your gameplay with these guys have a long-term effect. Now, this is something that I say a lot of you guys should take into account. If you already have pulled for them in their weapon and now you're trying to save for a different character, don't dive back in for the A1. It's too late for it. At this point, you're saving for another character. You're going to be summoning soon. Don't dive back in for it. Unless your next character that you're going to go for is like Win Vast, right? If your next character is Win Vast, that gives you some time because now you have a couple characters in between that you can kind of wait for. You would have the Howler, who is going to come out most likely next. If I'm right, I think she's in the BP now. Then after Howler, you would have Mont Figure Skater, or either I think it's, no, that's what it was. I think it's Mont Figure Skater, then Howler. And then after those two, you would then have like Kazumi immediately, right? With all 3 of those characters, if you're not planning to go for all 3 of those characters, that is a whole month and a half you have, because each banner lasts for about 2 whole weeks, meaning you will have more than enough time to actually save up a decent bit of gems. If we think about it this way, I think next update is also a story update for my global players out there. And the lowest of the low gems that we've gotten, or gem amount that we've gotten for a patch, has been 5k, right? So if we're thinking about the lowest patch, let's say 5k, right? And then let's put maybe the lowest story patch in here being like 10k, I think is the lowest I've ever seen a story patch, right? So just for doing that, that is 15k just for 2 whole weeks, right? And then let's say the 3rd patch, it's another low patch, 25k gems right then and there. If you do every last thing, collect every last thing, and this is shooting as a low ball, you guys will have 25k gems minimum to mess with. So in some aspects, if you're not summoning on anything, your next summonable character is Win Vast, you have plenty of gems to go for. Now, if your next character is Kazumi, you're a little bit shaky because there's like, let's say we take the same number, right? And we do the lowest of the low again. That's only about like 15k that you're going to come out with. Obviously, it's going to be kind of hard to get that character. Now, I feel like a lot of you guys, especially when you're going for this dupe here, you do have to take into account what's valuable to you. Yes, there's going to be characters who obviously are going to do better than them in a proficient way if you go ahead and get them. That's bound to happen. But even on the TW side, and I can bring up this window right now here, even on the TW side, and we can check out the spoiler here, the twins themselves, for their supporter and healer role, is still 0.5. They may not be tier 1, or I mean tier 0 here, what on global it is, but for at least TW and KR and CN, they will still be at 0.5. Granted, their defender one is going to be at T1, but we just recently got soy that absolutely blows everything out of the water. So I mean, like, it makes kind of sense why they're going to be a T1 character. You can still see the 3 ones that we're focusing on, which is obviously the support, defender, and healer class, are still highly up there. So it still kind of puts them on a huge leverage that a lot of you guys can still look forward to getting this one dupe. Now, as you notice, none of the tier list has them at A0, and that's because they're decent at A0, but it's very mediocre decent. So it's better for you guys to get this dupe, especially if you're looking for long-term use out of the twin. This is for my global players. Honestly, I really do think you guys should get this dupe, of course, especially if you have the extra gems to do so. If you're a person who's summoning very soon, or you really want to dupe out one of the new characters like Kazumi or Windvast, then I say go ahead, just let it drop. But if the twins at A1 can still be on the same tier for buffing as Turbo and Windvast, you guys know it should be worth the pull. But that's just my say on it. Now, for my people who are on the TW side, this is where things get a little bit murky. I don't even suggest you guys to fully summon on the twins unless you just truly do like it. They're nice to have, right? Depending on where you are in your account, in which this is a huge factor. If you have a lot of characters, then summon for them, right? I mean, then you can kind of decide not to summon for them, because now we have a lot more places that are filled with their specific character traits. If you don't have a lot of characters, I feel like this character is a must summon, and then getting the dupe is definitely a must summon all the way around. If you want them to be usable in all sorts of fashion here, especially for TW, KR, and CN, getting them A1 is pretty much a mandatory thing at this point. I don't like to put it that way, but the A1 is not only just, first of all, going to help these characters thrive a little bit more, but is the only way that they're going to stick in any form of meta, in a form of like generalistic content. It is the only way that they'll be around. So if you guys are on the TW, KR, and CN side, pretty much just take what I said for the global side and times that by 2. You're gonna need these characters A1. You're gonna have to have them this way in order for them to perform perfectly how you want them to. When we're comparing them to characters like Summer Marion, we're comparing the characters for them, if you want to look at debuffer sides like Katayama, Matoi, we're looking at defenders, obviously the new Soy. If we're looking at healers, the Yukari, all of these characters, you pretty much hands down need to have these characters A1. And if you even want to have a candle to even getting to like T1 or T0.5 for the twins, and you're a person who want that, you need to have them A6. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about A1. If you guys are noticing, this character is very dupe heavy. I recommend a lot of you guys to go ahead and invest in that A1, especially before the weapon itself. The weapon is okay. It's not the end of the world if you don't have it. You can stick with the 4-star weapon, but that T1 is insanely worth. You get a lot of account value off of it, and it really makes the twins just shine even brighter than what they normally would do. But with that being said here, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do slap that like button on your forehead and slap that subscribe button as well. I probably will be doing a tier list video very soon, so look forward to that here. And as always, as I said beforehand, you guys, please pay attention to this next part. It really does help out the channel here. If you guys can play Raid Shadow Legends, or at least click that link down below and try it, it really does mean a lot to me. But just watch this. Until next time, everybody, peace. Be sure to support my channel by clicking the link in the description and starting a new Raid Shadow Legends account. You'll also get $200 worth of free goodies, a legendary champion, as well as 4 awesome epics as you level up. Make sure to use the code Desert Queen as well to get another legendary if you want to, and this helps out not only just me but the channel a lot. So be sure to click that link and join me in Raid now. I appreciate all you guys, and peace out.